typically on a Friday, on a Thursday, because I'm going to escape for the weekend. How about those road apples?
That's not too bad.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome. Did you have a good week, Keith?
Yeah, it's been a good week so far.
So it's been pretty darn busy.
Yeah.
Lots of tickets, mostly routine, right?
Yep.
Nothing-
Usual suspects.
Yeah, nothing we're going to bore you with. How's your week been, Jen?
It's been good.
Yeah? You hiding behind the camera?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Why? Because you can?
Yep.
Yeah, you had kind of a fun ticket this week. Tell us about that. You helped somebody that was having difficulty with their computer, the little one that you just did.
Oh, he had been scammed,
Uh-huh.
so he bought a new computer,
Uh-huh.
and I got the new computer going for him.
Yes, did he have was the old computer, like the one that he had, was it like a little older? So it really wasn't worth doing anything to it, or what do you think?
It was 9 years old, so it was definitely time for a new computer.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a pretty good lifespan, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and for that was it. His old one was an Acer too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Kind of like entry level one, so got a fairly decent life out of it, I would say.
Yeah.
But good job, yeah. And he went from Windows 10 to 11 too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's really handy for this nice gentleman because he has difficulty getting around. So he went on the protection program. So now if he needs help, he won't have to, drag his machine in and out.
Always helpful.
That's a good deal. But you were nice enough to go out to his car and
Yep.
and he didn't even have to come in the store to really do anything. We were able to, take care of him. So if you've got a special need, that's another really good reason to have the protection program that, you can get help and not have to go anywhere.
Exactly.
Right from the comfort of your own home. So, yeah. Do you have any exciting tickets at all?
Nothing exciting. It's all the usual. Hey, my printer don't work. Hey, can you help with this email kind of thing? And, the usual stuff that we do. We do help with printers. We do help if you're having some email problems. We can do some basic email troubleshooting. There's some privacy and stuff that we can't always get past without your help. But, we do our best. And like Greg said, the protection plan and any of our support plans for that matter offers remote support. So whether you're, 2 miles away up the street or whether you're 200 miles away in another state, we're able to help out with the software that we use. And, internet connections obviously is recommended or required, not just recommended. It is required to do.
We can do a lot of stuff, but without the internet, we can do some things. We can walk through a few things, but, we're more effective with internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you actually talked about printing thing. We really don't like printers a whole lot, but we especially don't like wireless printers. And you had an issue today where somebody was having an issue with a wireless printer. Did that ever get solved, or was that? Oh,
Yep, they had moved some the internet people. They were doing some remodeling in their house, and the internet people came and moved some of their equipment around and into a different part of the house. And where the printer was, the range was too far to connect to the wireless printer, and so the customer's like, "Well, let me move the printer, and if I need help, I'll call you back." And they moved the printer closer to where the internet people moved their device. And she actually emailed me and said, "Hey, it's printing again."
Yeah, and sometimes the wireless printing thing is kind of, in some respects convenient, particularly if you're a laptop person and you typically use it away from where the printer is. But typically like wireless printing is about the weakest form of connection to a printer. So, often, when the router reboots, say you have a power outage or whatever, and the wireless printer gets a different IP address even, that's just fraught with a lot of things that can go wrong with wireless printing. So, we always recommend that people use a USB cable, but if you insist, we'll take you as far as we can. That's one of those things that we really, you have to be there to push the buttons. And sometimes, there are, mitigating circumstances that prevent wireless printing from just plain working anywhere. So just kind of a little bit of food for thought, when you're considering a printer or considering how you're going to hook up a printer. First choice should be that USB cable. It works 100% of the time. Network cable, if you can connect it to, a physical network port on your router or switch or something like that, that's always, fairly reliable. But yeah. Then beyond that, we kind of did a lot of work on, we got a lunch and learn coming up in a couple of weeks. February 8th is my wife's birthday that day. So I better make sure that I'm back. But it's a lunch and learn. So yeah, North Platte's only like an hour and change away. So we're going to be doing lunch and learn for time management for the Young Professionals group there. That'll be the first lunch and learn that we do for 2024 and a first lunch and learn that we do for North Platte Chamber of Commerce folks. So we're pretty excited about that. We did a little bit of revamping on some of the materials. And what else did we do, Keith? We revamped some other stuff.
Well, the lunch and learn was the big one, but we've been working on other. The beginning of the year, hey, it's time to review your documentation and make sure that it's up to date. And so I've been spending a lot of time updating the stuff we use to onboard, offboard customers, the software we use, how to do these step by step, and every year these companies, they'll change their interface. And one of the things I like to do is add screenshots to our articles that we use internally, so you can see actually where you're clicking. And even though there's the text, you can read step by step. Pictures are always a little bit more helpful to see actually. Oh, okay, so you can see on the screen where that is. And there's the words there too. So there's two ways to see how to do these things. And, if both of those don't work, we come back and we rewrite the article. That way we know, okay, this is what needs to be fixed. Last year it may have looked like this, but this year it may look different. So every year we try to keep those up to date and a little bit fresh. And, if they do change something in the middle of the year, hopefully we can get to it then. But if we don't, every year we do look at those things. And that's kind of what we did. And that's kind of like the lunch and learn that we had. Like you said, we kind of revamped it and made some changes, made some notes. 2023 had some things in it. It's got to be mostly the same as 2024, but a little bit extra. And, obviously the more we do, the better we get at these things.
Well, and we also have like a little portion of it, like, what is it? 10 minutes of it is like video that we shot. And, cause it's a little bit easier sometimes to just shoot some video. But we get better and better at it. And is looking at, back at the video and looking at, and just kind of critiquing ourselves. And I went, man, I looked darn right yellow. Did you notice that? The color. I mean, Jennifer's gotten so good at color grading. Of course, she's got a whole nother, year and a half, is it, Jen, of practice, on doing color grading and making things so that you look like a normal human being. And I don't think we're going to do green screen this go around. The green screen seems to be, for those of you who don't know what green screen is, it's kind of like you have a special color of green in behind you. And then when you go to produce the video, you can put any background and replace that green color with the background. But it has some side effects, like there might have been like a little smidgen of green in my Blazer. Did you notice that? So like a little bit
mentioned it.
was kind of showing through, but always trying to improve. But then the content too. The content needed a little bit of freshening up, and we read it. We keep practicing being on camera too, and I used a teleprompter for that particular one, and you could tell like it was definitely teleprompter material. Some people who do it on the news every day, they're pretty darn good at it, but I prefer to have that appearance of like something being more conversational, and we had produced that pretty quick. We just like blew through it, but going to take a little bit more time, and like I was saying to Keith yesterday, we can reshoot and shoot and shoot and shoot, a scene until like we're happy with it. And I know you're more easily pleased than I am, but I'm one of those people that, intonation matters to me, where, different words can have different meanings just based on exactly how you say them, for intonation. Some of us are a little pickier than others about stuff like that, though. But yeah, we want to do a good job, make sure we're communicating the concepts of time management well. And we're going to get all this done. But like, we don't talk about software at all in the beginning part of it. So it's more the theory of how to do time management. We're probably going to post it on YouTube and we'll tell you all about it. But the second half of it, actually, we have demo stuff. And all of that's going to be fairly relevant up until March. And then in March, there's going to be some major changes in the Microsoft world for Microsoft Planner, tasks, and to-do. So they're kind of changing that up, kind of melding them. And then there's going to be a premium because there used to be Microsoft Project as a standalone thing for people who need more sophisticated project management. It's going to cost more money, but we'll have to revisit our here's how you do stuff with the software at that time. So yeah, always updating. That's technology for you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what else we got today, Keith?
Well, you got something on the table here, Greg. It came in the mail today.
I do. Yeah.
We talked about new computers last week, and we got a stock of new computers in. We still have some in if you're looking for a laptop or an all-in-one desktop computer. It's got the speakers and the camera built in. You got one power cord because the computer's built into the monitor, less cables, very efficient. We have some of those in stock. If you're looking for some of those, stop by the store here at 109 Norris Avenue. But somebody else got a computer here in the store.
Yes, as a result of a very sad day the other week. Old friend, Dell XPS that we had since Tanner was here. Tanner used it. And actually, I think it was the first machine that we used for video editing and doing live streams. Mm-hmm. And then you had it for a while. And then I had it for, about a year and a half now? It's been typically like my home, like the machine that I use to support people at home. Sadly, the other week, this screen would not come on anymore. Did I cry, though, about losing data?
I don't know. I didn't hear you cry.
No. Why is that, Keith? Why would I be not crying that I lost data because my computer died?
Well, I think you're using what's called Microsoft OneDrive. Is that correct? Yeah.
I'm using OneDrive.
Everything was backed
I
up.
also have Microsoft 365 Business Premium.
Oh.
So I don't have to worry about my personal files because they're in my normal OneDrive. Nor do I have to worry about my business files because they're right in the OneDrive for Business. with my Microsoft 365 Business Premium subscription that I have. So that makes me very happy because, like back in the day, you would have to like back up and restore all this sort of stuff. It would take hours to do it. Now, all I have to do is just sign in with my Microsoft account, do my Microsoft multi-factor authentication to make sure that like Microsoft wants to make sure it's really me that's getting at my stuff, and away we go. So howbei we get said box.
Oh, a
And-
box.
Yeah, I've got a box. I never show them the box. This is the box. This is my actual first Lenovo. I have never owned a Lenovo before.
Joining the ranks of the Lenovo users out there.
Well, I've had a lot of Dells, and I had Nobilis's before that. But now Nobilis, sadly, I don't have them anymore. You can get them, but they're not like back in the day. It was like they were manufactured by Intel, and there was like some really good warranty stuff that went along with it. Should have bought myself something sharp.
They don't have a
A pen.
easy thing to open.
Well, and they made some pretty good tape here.
I have a pen.
Yeah. Let me struggle with it. Everybody can laugh at me.
Bring it on over, Jennifer, or pass it here or something.
Here, Keith, I'll hand it over to you. You do the honors. So, like, the first part of this review is that the tape on the box is good. Oh, I see more challenges coming on.
You know the Dell computers we got in this week. They actually come with this nice little strip. Instead of having to cut tape, the box is taped up, but it has this little strip, a paper strip. You can pull it off without having to cut it open. And maybe Lenovo could learn something from the packaging from Dell.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're in.
Of course, everybody needs a power cord, right? I'm just going to throw the trash down there.
The classic grounded outlet 110.
Yep. And like there are the odd machine that does not have grounded. Let's see what kind of connector they have on these. Usually these Lenovo's have like a weird kind of USB style connector, and this is definitely one of them. It's
Lenovo's proprietary power source.
yeah, and that was the one thing that was one of the reviews that it had is that it has USB-C on it, but you can't charge it with USB-C, so you have to have one of these silly things. So I'm probably going to have to buy a second one. Wow, they made this one kind of fun too. At least they're really good at packaging.
Sometimes they overpackage, seems like.
Yeah. Well, it's like everything is freaking overpackaged.
There's probably regulations and rules that are involved that we don't know about, why you have to put a piece of paper over the power pack.
And nice Velcro tie here.
That's pretty common on the laptops.
Yeah,
they have
it is.
that.
It makes it nicer to.
Yep.
Do you want to show them the connector?
Well, if you can see this, it looks like a USB. It's not a divided slot. It's just this is a traditional Lenovo power cord. They had, I don't know why they do this. It's like the Apple with the Lightning port.
Yeah,
It reminds me of it. Just go with something that everybody's using and don't be difficult.
Oh, guess what? Geez, this thing's got a little bit of weight to it.
There you go. Yeah, that's about 10 pounds. Heavy laptop. More plastic. I'll be right back.
Well, and oh, look at the holograms on the outside of it. It's kind of weird. I guess we know it's genuine Lenovo because of the holograms, right? The holograms are in the plastic. Did I have to pay extra for that?
Oh, Lenovo
Yeah, I had to pay extra for
proprietary
that.
packaging.
Let's see if there's any more packaging. So you get it in like a box like that. So we have a box inside of a box.
And look at that, another box.
Another box and more plastic. Just on its own, like Mia.
Yeah, that thing is a brick. This is heavy.
Well, one of the reasons why I picked this one, this is the Lenovo Slim Pro 9i, is that it's meant for creators. So when we do video stuff, yeah, there's nothing else in there.
Yeah, this laptop's probably about 10 pounds. Maybe not quite that
Well,
much, but it's heavy.
I'd say it's at least 5. Yep. And then let's slide. Which side is it on? Okay, it's on that side. Which side up?
That's a good question.
Matter.
Oh, that's not the power cord. That's over here.
Greg's first Lenovo.
Yep. Oh, hey, look at that. More plastic.
Nice.
Gotta take all the new off of it. Make sure that the keyboard doesn't get scratched. Okay. There's some instructions on how to use the touchpad in here, some function keys. And then it does have keyboard backlight. I always like that keyboard backlight. And then I get a coupon for premium care,
Oh, nice.
which for the price of this sucker, I might. Because it was a little bit of a premium. If we were to sell this, it'd probably be like $2,100 or something like that.
Wow.
But it has a special video card in it that is intended for high graphics. It's got 32 gigs of RAM in it. Typically, most of the machines that we're selling now have 16 in it because that's pretty much the new entry level. What was it, like maybe a year and a half ago, 8 gigs was probably the norm. But I wanted to future-proof this because, you know, I wanted to have a machine that I was going to be able to not have to switch out every year. And I also wanted to use it as a creator. So let's see, where's the power button now? That'll be the next trick. Where is the power button? They hide them.
Sometimes they have them a little button on the sides of the laptop
Yeah.
somewhere.
I don't see that.
Not on that one.
Sometimes they're on the keyboard.
And sometimes there's no power button at all.
Yeah, I do not know. Okay, I got power there, power there, power there. And yeah, this is kind of humorous.
So this Lenovo does not come with a power button.
Oh, it does, but I just don't know where it is. And I'm not wearing my dang glasses either.
Miss out.
Here,